relevant documents, the project file, the original documents were not provided to us. We suppose that during procurement, not one original document is submitted to the county. There are like 3 copies at least of the original documents. So minus the original documents, we could not be able to confirm the status. They have not been provided to us, Chair.
OIG, this 219 million that you have cited, it was paid in which financial year?
This financial year, 2024-2025.
2024-2025.
Yeah, that figure, we got it from the bank statements, Chair.
And yet the fire was in June 2024.
Yes, Chair.
So what is the relationship? Because if you made subsequent payments of 219 million after the fire, then you must have made them on the basis of some documentary evidence. Why is the fire becoming
It is the tender documents that were burnt. But all the other documents, as I've mentioned, the payment vouchers, project subject file, project status reports are there. What burnt was the tender documents.
You have cited tender documents, payment vouchers, project files, bid documents, financing agreement. So if you deduct tender document from that cocktail, do you have the rest of the documents?
We have the subject files, Chair. But the tender documents, that one and the original vouchers, they are not there. They were burnt.
Governor, you see, the reason why we are saying we are not doing an audit today, what you ought to have demonstrated, because the auditor has listed the documents that were not provided. What stops you from saying, honorable members, I provided those documents, they are in Appendix 2?
What stops? Sorry, again.
Why didn't you just say that, honorable senators, we provided the invoices, less the tender documents, we have provided them to the Auditor General, and we have attached a copy in our written submissions as Appendix 2. Because how do we now confirm? How do we confirm that you gave them to the Auditor General without visibility of what you shared with the Auditor General?
Chair, can I confirm to ensure those documents are here tomorrow?
No, that will be new evidence, and it can't come after the meeting. Auditor
Chair.
General, can you confirm that you have the documents?
Besides the tender documents.
Yeah, with the exception of the tender documents.
The information I have that is that the payment vouchers, project subject file and project status report and the agreement document between national and county government were provided to the auditor.
OIG?
Thank you, Chair. We have the subject file. We have copies of the payment vouchers. However, the original documents is what we don't have. We may not be able to confirm minus the original document because copies.
You are what's a specific
original
document of what?
Of
tender documents. The tender documents.
But those are the ones that burnt, Chair. That's what I'm trying to say.
Governor, let's not harass the auditor. The auditor is prosecuting a case.
Sorry, I can't harass a fellow lady like me.
If you have been a man, you know you have to be very careful.
I also can't harass a man.
Because if it would have been a man,
I'm harmless. I'm harmless. but
Sifuna was peaceful. Now you have aroused him.
I don't know if that is the correct word. Chair, you're now getting even into more problems.
I'm sure English is a problem. You have roused him.
You have awakened him.
Senator Sifuna, you wanted to make an intervention.
I just wanted to give the auditor guidance. When you use the word document and we are confused as to which document, you don't have what you have. You just say, we have original copies of the payment vouchers, the project files, bid documents. What original document don't you have? If it is the tender documents, the governor is saying they were banned in, which is, we've been told that people in that region don't do maandamano. It's very surprising that there was maandamano. I don't know what was going on.
Chair,
so that is the guidance I want to give her.
Chair.
Okay.
Looking at the audit query, the OAG is very specific that management indicated that the tender documents had been banned during demonstrations. What I expected from the governor is an initiative to show that if these tender documents were banned, for example, that they should have provided a report to the police station, probably an OB, the indication of reconstruction of these tender documents. Number 3, her due diligence to ensure that the fact that the tender documents had been banned in Embu town, there has been a proof or a demonstration to ensure that that thing is realized. Because, Chair, even when Kitui Finance Department, I think it was Nyamira County Assembly was banned, the DCI was able to reconstruct the documents until the entire process was completed. In any case, Governor, I thought these tender documents come in triplicate, for example, where the governor retains, or the entity county government, the contractor, and I think there are normally 3. So the issue of availing of the original tender document should not be an issue. So, Governor, can you provide with us the indication and demonstration that you tried to reconstruct this issue of tender documents, and whether it was recorded anywhere in any investigations within the police? And finally, Chair, you should also indicate to us, you are one of the counties that is almost completing this KIPES project. So many governors who have appeared before us, some are pro or against, some others indicate that they were rushed to it, others say they have heartedly supported it. What is the economic value to the great people of Embu County? I yield back, Chair. That will be my 2 questions.
Okay, before you respond, Senator Mundigi.
Okay, Chairperson, siungi gavana mkono, lakini mnajua hata Senate. Bwana speaking Chairperson, mimi mwenyewe wakati
you are not supporting her now, or
yes, global? I'm not supporting the governor, but I want to make a comment about this. About how was happened. Wakati moto iliingia katika maandamano ikachoma ile county office, mimi mwenyewe niandika statement na nikaleta kwa Senate na nikasema security pia team iende ifanye upelelezi, na hapo tutunde hajaenda kuangalia ile nyumba. Kwa hivyo nikusema ukweli, nikiwa senator wa Embu County, ati nyumba ilichomeka na ikachoma document zote. Ofisi ya county ikachomeka wakati wa maandamano. Wewe unakuwa maandamano, Embu ilikuwako kali sana. Kwa hivyo hata sasa wakati niandika statement nikasoma, nikakuja Senate nikaleta document, lakini hata Senate yenyewe haikuchukua jukumu ya kwenda kuangalia vile ilifanyika Embu. Kwa hivyo upande mwingine na accuse senators, hata committee yenu kwa sababu haikuenda kuangalia. Ya pili, mambo ya document, mambo ya
wacha Senator Mundigi amalize, wacha amalize.
Hiyo industrial park, industrial park ya Embu County, industrial park ya Embu County iko around 85 to 90% kuisha. Problem ni document, lakini natoa ushuhuda ati ofisi ilishomeka.
Chair, maybe I can respond to the issues raised.
Yeah, we'll give you the opportunity.
Mwenyekiti,
yes.
Ingekuwa vyema kama senator wa Embu angetuambia ni kamati gani ilitakana kwenda kufanya uchunguzi, kwa sababu kusema kamati hii haikuenda kuangalia, sisi kamati ya public accounts hatuko na mambo kama hiyo.
Hatuna uwezo wa kuzima moto.
Correct.
Senator Lelekwe, then Senator Dula.
Chair, I think it will be easier for us to construct to get that tender documents from the contractor. I believe the contractor is there. That's why you're reporting that 80 to 90% of the project is almost complete. So we can be able to get that document from the contractor.
Chair, actually, in our meeting as we were going through this report with the team, I did actually tell them that it is possible to reconstruct that tender document by talking to the contractor, because they must have a copy of the tender document.
Governor, so, that dawned on you just this week?
When we went through it, because I had hoped that they had reconstructed, but they hadn't.
Yeah, because,
we had agreed quite a while back.
Because you see the danger, you are paid to 19 million in that year without a tender document as a point of reference. So the reconstruction is not something that it should not have been a eureka moment just this week. Because what were the payments based on? If
maybe we want to clarify that the auditor is
in her investigation is only talking about original document, and original document that was burnt down. But there is a copy document, and that is the document that we are able to process even those payments and also keep records. The contractor also has a copy of what he submitted, the winning contractor. But to get the original document as the auditor is requesting, that is, that's the difference.
I think we get the point. Senator Dula?
Chair, I think the matter has been clarified. If they have the copies of the document which can be actually verified, is enough. What we wanted the governor to say is that we are reconstructing the tender documents.
Yes.
Number two, we have reported to the police, and this is the OB number.
You know,
so that should be enough. Actually.
Chair, what happened in Embu County in June 2024 is not a small matter. You know, our office was literally burnt inside. From outside, you wouldn't have thought there were ashes in there, and it's only last week on Friday that we've been able to get back to that office. We've had to, you know, renovate, or is it rebuild the inside slowly because of it also caught us at a time when we did not have money. But so we definitely reported the arson immediately to the police, and we listed down all the files that had burnt inside. We had a room where we had stored all these files, and so that's actually what happened. So we did report. We have an OB number. The DCI promised to investigate. We've really never gotten to the bottom of the matter to date.
Yeah, so I think there's a substantive issue around insurance of government property, substantive issues around asset and risk management. We'll deal with them at the tail end. I think that the last point now you should deal with is we are told that you have paid about 438 million out of 500 million on this.
I'll ask the county finance, please confirm.
Yeah, total amount paid, and then that question to reframe what Senator Chirarge asked is that from your perspective, is this a value for money investment?
Yes, it is. And I'm speaking this knowing that, you know, there's the cry of creation of employment. And if you look at our county, our CIDP, there was a general demand by the farmers for value addition of our produce. And particularly this came from the dairy industry, macadamia, avocado, and coffee, where farmers were saying, can you please ensure that within these 5 years we get into some form of value addition, so that we are not selling our farm produce in its raw form. And so that's why when the idea came and the national government was willing to partner with county governments, let me admit that I was among the first governors to embrace the idea wholeheartedly, because I saw an opportunity, knowing that this was something that I had, you know, had a conversation with the people of Embu County. So yes, I want to admit that those that embrace the idea quickly are beginning to see some light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a journey, and of course, you know, people were also reluctant about our part contribution, and there were challenges. But those that embraced it, we've moved on. About 11 counties are now headed towards completion. And the beauty with it is that the national government has also decided that they will run with these 11 counties, so that at least they make sure we operationalize, so that there can be seen to be some real output and real impact with the first 11 counties as the others continue to implement theirs. I know there's some money also that has been provided for the other counties that are not yet received their 250 from national government. So yes, there's value for money, I can say that.
You are now on what percentage completion?
As we are at 88%. And actually we should have completed, it's just
does that tie with the amounts paid? Because the amounts paid were putting you at almost 93%.
That's why I wanted them to confirm, because to my understanding, I think we have less than that remaining.
Yeah, CEO, maybe just the number.
Yes, I want to confirm that as at in June 2025, we paid 416 million.
468.
416.
416.
Yes.
So that puts it at almost 90% in terms of the certification.
True.
So when is the expected completion date as per contract? Because the reason why I'm asking this, for us to frame our recommendation, because we'd also be happy to come and see a successful industrial park. The rest of your colleagues, more than half of them, have got fairly negative vibes about this. We'd be happy to come and see one that is functional, that can act as a test case for the others.
When you visit, you should visit Meru. Meru is at 99% complete, actually. They're actually done. It's now operationalization.
So you are at 90%. By when can we visit and see an industrial park in action?
In action, I'm not able to tell you right away, because what we are at the stage where now we gave out the value chains, and we have developed our value chains and come up with investment plans that we've been developing between ourselves and the national government. Now, the national government is currently planning on how we can get the equipment that we need, where we want to do it ourselves or help small business people to come and do value addition, common user facility. They are willing to help us with the equipment for that.
So Governor, for the 500 million, as per that contract, when is it supposed to be delivered? Before we go into the value chains?
We should be completely done in another 2, maximum 3 months, because what's remaining are really exterior works, and there was a whole issue around waste management that hadn't been properly thought through, and that's what also is holding us a little. But we have people who are interested. We have had investor meetings that have been guided through the national government, and we have people very willing to come and start off. In fact, I've signed an MOU with a Chinese company also that wants to come and start off as soon as possible.
So I think, members, this would be a good project to visit.
And Kirinyaga, I think, is even ahead of us in terms of real investors, because I know I think the avocado value chain has somebody already at their industrial park. So yeah, there are a few success stories. We are not